here with you, and I'm here for the second part of the video using the nice grain design images. So I have two left. I told you I was going to take a break so that you guys would have other type of videos to watch and it wouldn't be the same the whole time. But I think it's going to be fun to do this. Hopefully it's not going to take me as long to make the next two cards, but who knows. I will see where the inspiration takes me. I really can't tell ahead of time. It really depends on how the card process goes. So again, I'm going to be using the papers that I had. I had already identified, for example, that this one I thought would be very pretty on top of that. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to start off like strong and right away with this. This one I think would be very pretty if I did edge it, and maybe I can use, do I want that brown or I want, oh, it's starting already. Do I want that brown or I want a darker one? Do I have a darker brown close by? Yes, I do actually. So I've got a feeling that the darker brown would be much nicer, because the bird has some darker and it would be like richer, I feel. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's what I want to do. I also think I want to edge this, but I don't want to pull out my die cut machine this time around. So you know what, I think I'm gonna do what I just told you to guys that you could do, which is to just cut around your image, basically. So I'm gonna, do I want to edge? No, I don't want to. I don't know what I want. That's basically what's going on right now, is I really don't know what I want, and that's not good. Okay, so if I was to do, the image is 4 1/4, so if I was to do 1/4 inch on each side, and I'm gonna need my X-Acto knife, and I can bet you that I'm not gonna be doing this straight. So this is 3, so this means 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and then I'm gonna do, I said it's 4 1/4, so actually I should have done this higher, like this. So here and here's, let's say this, and I said 3 1/2. Yeah, so 3 1/2. And 3 1/2, and then is this 4 3/4? Not quite. My thing is probably not straight, but anyway, it's definitely not straight. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna start off here at I'm gonna end up here. That's okay, that's fairly straight. And then this, let's see, is here, and this should finish here. So this would be straight. And Why do I have the feeling that this is not straight? You know what? I'm gonna make it easier for myself. I'm gonna do 1 inch to 1 inch, and then 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch, and 1 inch, and 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to do it that way, and I'm going to cut it down after, because otherwise I've got a feeling like my measurements are completely off. And anyway, my X-Acto work might not be perfect, so I might have to use the guillotine anyway. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to distress the edges, so it won't really matter all that much. I'm giving myself a chance of having something relatively straight at the end of the day. Possibly. Told you I'm not that good with an X-Acto knife. I'm sure you guys are much better, but that's what I meant, that you could use the insides as well for your card if you wanted. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be my base, and then I could cut down another piece. So let's do that. One. So I have something to put the sentiment on. As you can see, like it can take longer than your if you have the big shot, and obviously it's a lot more fiddly to make your cuts and try to make your paper straight and whatever. Whereas if you're using die cuts, well, you just line it up and voila, you've got your piece, and you don't have to fiddle like I just did. But if you don't have the tools, then you can do it by hand, and that's a possibility as well for you. Which is something I thought I was going to share, and so I did it. I shared. But it's not my preferred mean of doing this, because as you can see, like I'm not good at it. So let's try to cut this so that it's a little bit more straight. And will my image go in it? Yes, clearly. Just straighten up my edges. Okay, so that's done. And then, so I'm going to be putting this down, And then I'm going to put this on top. I can obviously put this down already, and clearly I'm going to need to cut the white base because it doesn't seem to be straight. Well, it doesn't seem to cover my other piece of paper unless the other piece of cardstock is not the perfect 6x6, which is possible as well. And I didn't line that up properly, so the top, because I'm going to be cutting down the bottom, which is fine, but I can't cut obviously the top because then my card is not, it's not going to be a card anymore. So let's do this again. I do want to hide all the white at the top. That's the part that's the most crucial, and then I can cut the bottom part without a problem. I'm telling you, my guillotine is on its last legs. Doesn't like when I've got multiple papers to cut. And my scissors need to be cleaned up. I'm going to use this. Okay, so I've got that. Did I want to edge that one? Probably. I could have. I could still edge it. Distress it. It's going to distress the full card, but that's okay. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to be putting this on top. So oops. And that will be distressed as well because I feel like it. And that will go there, and then I'm going to distress that, and that piece will go on top. And I do want to edge this image, so I'm going to distress it first. Use vintage photo for it. Just make it look old and not a new picture. So it looks more like one of those vintage postcards type of thing. Something like that. And I could put it straight, and I could put this straight here, and then I could put, like, I've got multiple of these. And then I could put bling in the middle of those. And then I'm thinking for this one, because I'm using yellow, I might use the yellow piece of Joyeux Noël, which is kind of goldish color. Those are my digital downloads that you can purchase on my in my Etsy store. Just gonna use that. I can put this on top of that, which I think would be very pretty. And of course, put my glue all crooked. I don't know what it is with me today, but I seem to do stuff crooked. Which is not just today, actually, it's like all the time. If you watch my channel at all, you know that. Let's not kid myself. So then there's that, and then I could put this like on top here, just like so. I think that would be super pretty. Okay, so then I need to distress this piece. So I'm going to put this down. Like that. And then this here. Then that here. Put a little bit of stickles on top. Just as an added little detail, like I did with the other ones. And then I'm gonna put the 3 snowflakes, like so. So they already have little foam underneath, little sticker underneath. So there's that. Okay, here we go. And then let's try to find some. Have this that I could put on top, which would be pretty and very vintagey type of thing, but I was wondering if I had something more shiny and more yellow. Have those pearls. Those are pretty, but they're not shiny. These are Queen & Co. little folders. And it's more what I had in mind. Yeah. So I'm going to go with these. And that's my first card. I think it turned out really elegant. So there's that. Put this back into the little folder where I misplaced it. And for the next card, we're using this beautiful image. And I really liked this paper with it, and I could use possibly this leftover piece. And I have this leftover piece as well, so that could be super pretty. Okay, so let's do that. I could also put some of this. Like that could be fun. Okay, so I had done 5.5, I believe. Well, not quite, but close. So if I do another 5.5, just a tiny bit shorter, so that's kind of square. So I would have this piece, and then I could do that here. I need my eraser. Remove my pencil marks. Okay, and then I would do that. And I could use this maybe, which is type of a jute burlap type of ribbon. I'll just see if I can line these up. If I could line these up. Could cut down my image a bit at the top. And even possibly at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna start gluing some of these down because they're annoying me, and I'm not going to distress them because I do want the cards to be distinct and not all the same. So for that one, I'm not going to distress it. And that, and then this here. And since I'm actually gonna put the burlap on top, maybe it doesn't matter that it doesn't align. So I could put this way. And then cut this here. This like that, and I'm thinking of doing that up to here, so putting this straight like that, and from what I see it has a backing that has glue on top, which is convenient. Put this on top like that, and then I can put my image on top of this like that. And whoops, and then I could put Joyeux Noël on top of that, or I could put it on top of this, or not put one at all and just leave it like that. Do I use one of these or do I use a bigger one? It overpowers the bird. And this one is too big as well. So it would have to be something like that one, or... And my other ones are smaller. Or I put it more like here. I do have a little bit bigger one. I could put something like that. Do I put it at the top? I think maybe at the bottom. Okay, so just gonna cut this down a bit. There's a little white line, so cut that. Like so, and then add this right over here. So put that here. And I feel like for that one I had the bling would be the best. Like that. And then put the snow. And voila, we've got the second card. So we've got the two cards. I really hope that you've enjoyed this card making session. It's finished with these images. They were a lot of fun, and I think the cards look very different from one another. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!